push through and punch through, push vision with passion, a vision with passion.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Purpose by Design podcast. I am Pamela Hinkle. I am so grateful and thankful that you are here today. You audience are in for a special treat because with me today in studio is my new friend Giselle, and she is going to tell you all about herself in just a moment. But I want you to know that I think she's one of the most amazing women that I have met in recent years, because as I've been getting to know Giselle, and she's beautiful. So if you are not able to see her because you're listening, make sure when you read the description as to how to find her, is when you see her, you're just going to say, she's stunning. Giselle, you're beautiful. But as we peel back those layers and get to know somebody, Giselle is so incredible on the inside, as incredible on the inside as she is on the outside. Brilliant. I mean, we're talking super smart here, guys. You're going to hear about it from her. As I'm going through her stuff, I'm like, you're into what? You have a degree in what? She's amazing and is really powerful about mindset and how important that is in today's society, especially how important having the right thought patterns are. So you're going to learn so much today, and I just wanted to give that warm welcome to my new friend Giselle. And I don't just say friend to anybody. If I call them they're my friend, I mean it. And so, Giselle, welcome to the podcast and the show. We're just so grateful you're here. Would you tell us a little bit about who you are?
Yes, thank you so much for having me. This is such an honor and a dream come true to be here with you and sharing everything that I have to share and just give so much what that I have in my heart, right? To share to the community and to your audience. And thank you so much for this amazing time that you dedicated to me and to everyone. So yes, I'm going to tell you more about me. Yes, my name is Gisele Donovan. And I am an entrepreneur. And yes, I have an associate's degree in chemical engineering, but I'm almost finishing my my bachelor's in chemistry. I love chemistry. I love physics, math, algebra, everything that has to be with numbers. I am in love. Yes, yes. But you know what? Like as the time went by, I have my babies, and I have two children. And everything started changing. Not about that I don't love numbers anymore. It's just that I figured that I had to do something else. So that's what I started, basically being an entrepreneur, just going out there and find my own way to do the things, and also to start like basically motivating others to do the same. That because we're women, and I, well, when I had different jobs, I figured that sometimes, and most of the time, women, they don't support each other. And when I realized that, and as being an entrepreneur and working with women, I said this has to be changed. And we all, like women, we have to support each other. And then God just led me to an amazing opportunity where I work, I lead, made an amazing team, and the culture that we cultivate there is the empowerment, the women empowerment, and how we can help everyone. So, being a chemist and then now like a woman that helps everybody, it's just so powerful, because it's like I have the two worlds, like the science part and now the empowerment, which everything just goes into place. And yes, so this is a little bit more about me. I was a model since the age of 4, and I was in dance academy. I love basketball, and I've been, just here in this country for 13 years. I'm from Colombia, so I speak Spanish and English. And 3 years ago, I found my real purpose, which was keep empowering women and men too, but mostly women, because I feel like we and I have a calling to do, empowerment for everybody around this world. Yes.
Wow. You see what I'm so you guys hearing me? She's amazing.
You're so cute.
Feminist, mom, model, basketball, motivator, entrepreneur. Amazing.
Thank you, thank you. You're so amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pamela.
I'm just so enjoying this. Okay, so here's an icebreaker question for you. If you had a billboard and it could say anything that you wanted it to say, and it would be like all over the world, what would your billboard say?
Oh my goodness. The first thing it will say, is that we are here for a reason. Because when I came to this country, at the beginning I thought everything was chemistry, everything, because I did chemistry in Colombia. I graduated when I was 15 because they passed me through grades when I was first grade, they passed me through third. So I didn't do, I know it's one of those.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wanted to finish so fast, and everything like in my life in studying was like, everything was fast for me. I am a fast learner. And so when I came here, I learned the language really fast also. And in a point of my life, everything was like in that world, like it was just like study. But then when I have my kids, I was like, yes, but I cannot find a job. Like it's either finding the job and leaving my kids and stuff like that. So it was like, wait, what I'm doing? Like since I was born, like I was studying, and I thought this was super successful, which I'm not saying no. It's just about what I'm going to say, that when I had my kids, I said I have to find another way. So, and I felt let's say when I had my kids, I felt so happy, but at the same time, I felt like I didn't have any purpose because I couldn't accomplish what I was studying and everything, and nobody will give me an opportunity to be a chemist. And it was so hard. I was like, so why I'm here? It's like, oh my God, I felt like I didn't have any purpose. But what this billboard said is that we are here for a reason, and we all have a purpose. It's just a matter of time and a matter of situations that God will lead you to pass by in order for you to find that purpose. So it will say to find your purpose and empower others, because as soon as you are, let's say it like that, like healed, and you have your cup full, you can start filling others' cup. So what I did was, just starting with me, and it started helping others. So this will say, just find your purpose. We are here for a reason, that we will make it happen, and you will feel happy and empowered by yourself, because I think everything starts with yourself. And when you find that, you can help so many people. So that will be right there, super big. Yes, you're here for a reason. Never forget that. Believe in yourself.
And you are an expert at that, because not only did you create yourself in Colombia, but you had to recreate when you came to America, and then recreate again, right? Because then you became a mom. So this billboard is not just some words that sound good to you. These are words that you have lived. Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. And what you said is that, like I had to reinvent myself so many times, that I remember in Colombia, just having, let's say, like the perfect life, because my mom will pay everything. I was just studying in such a, always like diplomas and oh my God, and so many things. And when I came here, I never worked, but modeling, they will pay me for modeling and everything. But when I came here, it's like, you have to work, like you have to, you have to just, I came here when I was 17. So I was like, oh my God, so I am an adult, let's say like that, because I was not with my mom. I grew up mostly with my mom. And when I came here, it was with my dad. So then I felt, wow, like I have to learn so much in life. Sometimes we think that we know so much, but we have to learn more, right? And when I came, it was like a shock. I was like, I have to reinvent myself. I have to start learning how to cook, how to clean, how to do so many things that are basic, of course. But if you look at it in another perspective, you never did that like so much, like for yourself.
Sure.
And I was like, wow, like, okay, I have to learn how to like organize my time, right? And then I kept studying everything. And then I became a mom, just like you said. And then I was like, okay, so now what I have to do? And I was like, oh my goodness. So again, reinvent and keep reinventing. And I am super sure that like when the pandemic came, I had to do the same. And we are built, like God created us to create. That's why, my nickname, let's say like that, Giselle Creations, because of that. Because we have to keep reinventing, recreating ourselves, and we have the power to do that.
Yes, we do. And one of my questions for you was to tell us who is Giselle Creations? You sort of touched on it, but can you go a little bit further?
Definitely, yes. Okay, so Giselle Creations started when I wanted to put myself out there in social media. So I started my YouTube channel, like I think 7 years ago, no, maybe 8 years ago. and I remember I liked makeup, and I was like, what should I do? Like, I want to, talk about something, but I don't know if chemistry will be like a nice topic that everybody, wants to know about, or something that like a lot of people will want. So I figured that makeup will, connect me with so many people. And I started doing tutorials, but I didn't know how to, like, the name. But I always was saying, this is my creation. This is my creation. And I was doing makeup and everything. I was like, Giselle Creations. And then I thought Giselle's, but like with the S. But then I said, it sounds, I don't know, Giselle's Creations. So I was like, no, too many S. So I just put it, Giselle Creations. And I started, just doing videos and everything on YouTube. That if you guys go to my YouTube channel, then you will find it there. And then I remember I got pregnant, and I did my baby shower, the whole decoration. I did it. I have to send you a picture. And everybody was like, oh my God, who did this? Who you paid? I was like, no, it's me. And I always said, Giselle Creations, this is me. Yeah. So everything was like, I figured that I had that mentality of creating things, and then that's how it started. So I opened an Instagram page where I was posting my makeup and everything. And when I had my baby, I had to stop working. So everybody will know me because I was doing like makeup and everything. And my friends were saying, girl, you do a great job. Why you don't do our makeup? I remember I did one wedding, and then I did so many, bridal makeup. And then I became, like not super popular, but around my friends, yes. And I was like, okay, so I was just trying, to provide by doing makeup since I couldn't work. And then that's how I started being an entrepreneur. But then I said, this could be my name. This could be, Giselle Creations. So that's how I started. And then I started building more my Instagram page and everything. And then 3 years ago, I opened my own company, which is called Giselle Creations. And yeah, so everybody knows me. Oh, you're Giselle Creations. Yes, I am. And yeah, so that's how it started. And then studying more about the brain, and studying more about not the brain, but the mind. And and I talk about the brain because I listen a lot to John Assaraf and what's the other man? but they talk about the brain and everything. So I always think about the how the connections and everything, the chemistry part,
Yes.
And I was like, wow, the brain is, all the connection and everything is able to create things that in your mind you can just expand so so amazing. So then I said, you know what, I have to just keep creating more and more stuff. And now that I am a leader and I'm a mentor, and I keep, just learning about how we can create more for others. And that's how Giselle Creations is going. Yeah.
Amazing. So you actually have your own company now that is called Giselle Creations.
Yes.
And that encompasses many things. It sounds like it's not just makeup or makeup tutorials, but many different areas that you cover in the company.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, because I, like I said, I started doing makeup, but then I thought, it was nice, but then when I had my baby, I was like, oh my God, I cannot do so many tutorials. So if you go to my page, you will find like a lot of makeup tutorials, and then I do like mother tutorials, how you can like how you can get ready to go to the hospital, things like that. Like I was trying always to be out there and help others. And then when I had the opportunity to start my businesses, that I started, selling things. And then I said, okay, so this is the company. So I have to, just recreate everything again. It's like, oh my God, it's not only about makeup or what I can do, just videos, but really a product or something that I can serve to others. And that's how I started growing more. And now, since my name grew, right? I said, okay, so this is not only about, just selling things, but now it's helping others, like raising my voice now that I have a name. So yeah, so that's how it's been escalating.
It has been escalating. When you said now that you have a name, so Giselle Creations is the name. This was not necessarily one of our questions, but you seem very knowledgeable on the topic. So what would you say to people that are out there that are saying, I want to get a name. I have these talents and gifts, and I want to help people. I want to do what you're doing, Giselle. How do I get a name? What would you tell them?
Well, the first thing I will say is that if you have an idea, just go for it, because you don't know how successful you're gonna be until you try. If you keep thinking only just, oh my God, that would be nice if I have a page. Oh, that would be nice if I have a YouTube channel. Oh, it would be nice if I just go into that opportunity that will lead me to million of people or $1,000,000. But you don't do anything, you have to act. Just by having the thoughts. And what I have learned these years is that if you have a thought, it's because God is giving you a gift. And just like I was saying yesterday to my team, we all have a gift. We all have the mind, right? But it's your choice if you want to use it or just leave it. You want to act on it, because if you have a thought, it's because you have a gift. So just don't just say, oh my God, what should I do? Should I do this? Should I do that? And just go all for it, because then I'm not going to say that if you just started a page, you're going to grow so much, because I'm in the process of growing also, right? But we have to start, because if you don't give the first step, you're not going to give the second. So you just have to start giving your first step, open your page, start, creating content of value that value other people. Mine was makeup, I thought, and then it escalated to moms, and then it escalated to leadership, motivation, and now I do more things that if I never did this makeup thing, let's say it like that, I will never just started being just out there, and more people knowing me, because as I said, it's not that so many people know me, but I am I am in the right place at the right time. Why? Because I said yes one time. I said, okay, I don't know how to edit video, but you know what? I don't have not even the money for somebody to pay to edit my videos. So what I did, okay, YouTube, Google, let me just do it because I love researching. So like I had to use my own tools. So that's what I will say to everybody. If you have an idea, just start giving your first step because you don't know how successful you're gonna be. Trust me.
Yes, because you're living proof of it. You are living
Yes,
proof of
this
it.
is right.
So you're saying just, whatever the idea that you have, just start. Don't be
Yes, even if you're scared.
even
Yes.
if you're scared, do it
Ye-
afraid. Yep.
yes. Even if you're scared, I always say to the girls on my team, like if you think that the like if you want to join, for example, my team, right? And if you want to start like becoming an influencer, if you want to start just making money, you have to start even like start learning, at least start just trying the products or whatever you want to do, but just start even if you're scared, because we all have fear, and as the time goes by you will learn how to control it.
Yes, I love that. Learning how to control it. But you're right, you have to face that fear. You got to just step out and you got to do it. Just got to go for it. Well, here's another question for you. Um, the Gigi Factor, which I have had the privilege of being a guest on, which was so much fun. Tell us about that. Tell us about the Gigi Factor.
This is amazing. Oh my God. I'm so in love with the Gigi Factor, Pamela, and I'm so happy that you mentioned this. And I'm so honored to have you in the Gigi Factor. And well, the Gigi Factor started recently, but I want to say that the Gigi Factor started like 3 years ago when I started thinking that I could do more for people, even if they wanted to join my team or not. I said, I think I have a gift, but I don't know how to develop it. So I started listening to motivational speakers, but one of them that caught my attention in my mind and it caught my heart, caught everything, was Les Brown. When his story and everything behind him was like kind of like what I did at a certain point. I was knocking doors, selling alarms with my husband. When I had my second baby, I said, you know what? I don't want to go to work. Like, I don't want to go to work like that, having like 8 hours, like, studying it because I was a lab tech. Finally, that's something that I have to tell you. Finally, I got a job in the chemistry field because I kept, like, oh my God, I kept just doing it and searching and searching. And this is something that is in the Bible. Knock and it will be open to you. So let me just clarify that so you can know why I'm going to say this. So when God gave me the opportunity to be in a lab as an AR technician, it was a dream come true to my life. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing so much. Like, this is going to be so amazing. And I was working, with all the chemicals. I was just working with the formulas. I was like, oh my God, this is what I am made for. I love it. So at the beginning, it was so amazing. But then I saw that I was not talking with anybody. I was just there, just like a machine. I was like, oh my God, this is being a chemist. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like this. But I was just always. I remember going to lunch, and I was just like the Gigi Factor, interviewing everybody. I'm like, so how long have you been here? So tell me. So this and that, because I love to learn more about others. And I was just seeing that everybody was just like a machine. Oh, I've been 20 years, 30 years. And okay, so what are your expectations? Oh, no, I just want every time. It was like, it's nice, but I don't think, I am with the right people. And I was like, oh my God, so wait a second. I don't think this is what I wanted to do. And when I was pregnant with Hanel, my second baby, I said I have to do something. And And then I saw my husband was knocking, doors to protect families, selling alarms and everything.
Yeah.
And since I was at home, with the baby, I was just, because you stay at home like 3 months,
Yep.
and I was just watching him and everything, and I saw that my savings were gone, and I was like, oh my God, I have to start working. I don't want to leave this little baby. I want to be with her. And I was like, oh my God, what should I do? So then I was seeing how he was so shy, and like seeing him, just working by himself, like just going out there. I was like, I want to learn, what are you doing? Because you're so introvert. I'm an extrovert. So I think I can learn that. So he's like, really? You want to do it? So when Hanel was 2 months, he taught me how to sell alarms, how to just talk with new people that you have never seen. So, and I remember, oh my God, it made me so emotional, because I was looking at him and I was like, oh my God, like he was like facing his fears, just to provide to our family. I was like, what? This is the right, like the people that I want to be around, like not, of course, my husband, but I mean, the people like that want to be like face fears and everything. And I was like, wow, this is so powerful. You know what? I want to do it. And he like, okay, let's do it. I was like, I don't want to go to the lab anymore. This is something that we work based on our effort. And if we do more, we get more. But in the lab, if I do, I don't know, 1,000 lenses, okay, so you're going to be doing 2,000, but you're going to be paid the same. So I was like, no, I don't think that's what I want to do. So I developed more skills, in selling alarms and everything, and connecting with people. And I figured that something else was missing. And then that's how I started more like, the Giselle Creations, more in just opening my business. And then I entered to an amazing opportunity. It's multi-level marketing, where I developed so much, I grew so much, and I'm growing so much with them. And I developed like so many things. And going by, as an entrepreneur, I had to develop my mind and my mentality. And of course, I didn't have that much money to invest in a mentor, so I had to mentor myself. So I have to just, again, research and everything. Okay, so let's say what a millionaire will do. What are the certain things that they do? I want to be a millionaire, so what I have to start doing, developing. And I was just reading. I was like, oh my God, wait a second. So I've been doing something's wrong and something's right, but I would just have to, just try to perfect it, or just doing it the right way. And then I started making a little more money, and then I found that Les Brown was doing the Prodigy, and I don't know if you're a part of the program. Yep. Oh, really? Okay. So then I was like, oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna just join. And then I saw that he was doing the Power Voice, and I was like, oh my God. But I felt like, we all have our insecurities, and I was like, but I don't think I speak English that well. I don't know, maybe they're gonna laugh at my accent or stuff like that, which are things that are, that you create in your own mind.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, this is going to be my birthday gift. And it was in September, but in October, I think I said, okay, I have the money, just let me do it. And I started doing that, and then I got paid to be in the Power Summit, the Power Voice Summit 3. And I was like, oh my God, this is a dream come true. So then I figured that I had to do more. And then I said, what if I do a podcast? But then I was just, okay. So I created the podcast, but I did like 2 episodes, and that's it. And then I remember talking with Les Brown, and I thought, my story and everything, how I started and this and that. And at the end, when he recreated my story in better words and everything, he said, and this is the Gigi Factor. And he said whatever it was. I was like, oh my God, I love that. Gigi Factor. This is the right. Yeah, this is my factor. So then I said, you know what? This is how it's going to be called. And then I created, but again, we face the terrier barrier. And I was like, yeah, but at what time I'm going to do that, and who is going to be on the Gigi Factor. Like, I don't think, I don't know anybody like that. But even if I wasn't thinking it results, which is it's an amazing program. And I was like, oh my God. But even though, if you see that our mind create things that are not really what it like you can see. So I was like, oh my God, what if I do that? I don't know. And I started talking with Lisa and so many girls, and like, yeah, do it, girl, do it. And I was like, yeah. But then I was thinking, yeah, but the kids are gonna be here, and I don't have the time. And then one day I said, you know what? Just apply your own factor right now. Do it, even if you're scared. Do it your own. Do it like what are you preaching to others? Just do it for yourself. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start doing this. Even if my kids come, it's okay. Remember when my kids came, I was like, oh my God. But then I said, you know what? If I don't start, I don't know how successful I'm going to be. So I just have to start doing it with the tools that I have, with the tools that I don't have. It's okay. Don't worry about the how. The how will be later. So then I started, and it's been so amazing, Pamela. And for April, I have a fully booked. I never thought. And then I saw my calendar. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have any time. And it's been such a blessing, to me and to everybody that is listening to the Gigi Factor.
That is amazing. I was in the audience that night when you gave your message and Les reinterpreted, and then you said the Gigi Factor. I remember that. That's etched in my memory.
Thank you. Yes.
Very, very special. But I never connected the two. That makes sense. Gigi Factor from Les becomes your Gigi Factor.
Exactly.
Podcast. That's amazing. Okay, so everybody listening, it's in the description, but you're going to hear more about when to hear the Gigi Factor. So make sure you tune in. There's another question for you. So we already talked about how brilliant you are, but you love chemical engineering. You love physics. You've talked a little bit about that. Now, are you working in that industry presently?
No, I am not. I am not at the moment, but I have like 6 classes left for finishing my bachelor's. And since I always say that God gave me this gift, I have to finish. And what you start, you have to finish. So I am, now that I have the time managing the time management. I'm sorry. So I'm going to finish. It's just that when the pandemic started, I had to reinvent myself. I'm like, oh my God, I thought I was going to school again. Oh my God. And I always say, even if I don't really work in that field like that deep, I know something is coming because this is a purpose. This is a purpose. And we all have purpose in life, but in different areas. And something that I'm developing now, I know with the chemistry and all what I love about science is going to flourish in one way or another.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I find it to be so fascinating that you are just that stuff is. I enjoy physics and I enjoy all of that kind of stuff, but I never went to school, have a degree in it or anything like that. But I enjoy it. I read about it. My family goes, is she reading another one of those books? So I have a love and a passion that we share there. But the fact that you have been able to pull it into everything else that you do in life, I think is really awesome. And I just wanted to highlight your education because I think that sometimes, especially as women, we forget to highlight those things, and being able to not only say, hey, I love numbers, I love science. That's a big thing, to juggle that as a mom and as a wife and everything else that you do. But then to have worked in that atmosphere, to actually have been involved in those kind of Gigi creations.
Yes.
That's a whole nother thing. And so I just wanted to make sure that we highlight that. All right. So here is another question for you.
Mhm.
From your unique perspective, what does purpose by design mean to you? Now, I don't mean my show. I mean like the statement, purpose by design. What does that mean to you?
Oh my God, I love that question. I love all the questions. Oh my God, thank you, thank you.
Right.
Something that I have learned from you from when we talking at the Gigi Factor, and it just resonates so much. We are created by design, right? And as I always say, we're here for a reason. We have a purpose. Sometimes we take a little time to find it, but just purpose by design is just that you have a calling in this world, that you are created to do something that you have to find, of course, yourself,
Mhm.
but you have a purpose and you have the design already in you. You have the gift to provide to others, but first, always to provide to you. And then when you are full and when you have your cup full, you can just say, you know what, let me help others, let me fill others cup. But this statement means to never give up, because we are created for the master and we are a masterpiece. So you have a purpose, and then start right now, like listening to this podcast and listening to to knowledgeable people. English is my second language. To learn, because even if you haven't find that purpose you have in your heart, that you can do more. And when you have that gift, you will, trust me, you will find the how, the people, everything. So the purpose, it will flourish, because you are created to live, by how you say, like you're created to live in a better place. How can I say this? Like
Yes.
in greatness. This is the word that I had in my mind.
Oh, that's
Greatness.
good.
Yes.
Yes, in greatness. Wow. I love that. Gigi, and I'm calling you Gigi now.
Yes.
All right, Gigi. Giselle, this has been so awesome. Is there anything else that's on your heart that you would like to share with the listeners and viewers today? And of course, make sure you tell them how to follow you.
Yes. Well, I want to say to everybody that we all have like big gift that God has given us. Don't let fear to let you down, because maybe you say, oh no, maybe this her, because that was me saying, oh, this is my friend, that she's beautiful and I'm okay, I'm a mom, I just want to be there and just supporting everybody. No, you have a purpose. You have to find your purpose. If you don't know how, just reach for help. But you know what, I want to say, everybody, my factor, I want to say that when you find that desire to do something, go all in. Because when you go all in, you will find the right people, the right tools to develop it. And you know what? Something that is another factor of mine, it's invest on yourself. I didn't have any money to invest on myself at the beginning, right? But a book, there is so many free books out there. There is YouTube, Google, full of knowledge, full of things that you can reach, and you can start just being your own mentor. And just find mentors out there that can help you. Les Brown, everybody. But I love listening to him, and Jim Rohn and Tony Robbins, everybody. But it's out there, so it's your job to create your own self, because God already created you with the amazing mind that you have. This is the greatest tool that God gave you. But what is your decision? To use it or to not use it? And in this world, and now more than ever, there is going to be three kind of people: the millionaires, the billionaires, and the witnesses. You will choose which one you want to be, either millionaire, billionaire, or you just want to see how these two people will flourish. So take ownership of your thoughts, take ownership of your actions, and just go all in. And the most amazing thing is when you have that, help others, because we are here in this world to create amazing things and leave this world in a better place that we found. Yes.
Oh, and don't forget, tell us how we can follow you.
Yeah, definitely. So you guys can find me on Instagram at my name is at Giselle Creation, Gissele Creations, and my website is www.gisellecreations.com. My Facebook is also Facebook Giselle Creations, but we have the Gigi Factor, which is my name, Gisele Donovan, but it's going to be on the description here, so you can find all my social media and everything. And yeah, you guys can find me there. And if you guys, feel like you need to reach for somebody, or you want to make extra income, I'm here to help you. Yes.
Yes, and her makeup tutorials are awesome.
Yes.
I've watched a number of them. They're a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Giselle, for being here today and just shining so bright like you do. And some of the takeaways that I just wanted to share that I'm taking away, things that I've learned today. Number one, I loved how you said, find your factor and go all in.
Yes. Yeah.
That's powerful. Find your factor and go all in. And then you said millionaires, billionaires, and witnesses. That's so profound. Like there's millionaires, there's billionaires, and then there's witnesses. Which one are you going to be?
Yes.
That's huge. And then I also wrote down when you said that the knock and the doors shall be open. And yes, that is scriptural. Absolutely. But it is life applicable for all of us, isn't it? Like, knock. I often say, turn those door handles and see which one opens, right? But understanding that with a purpose by design, when you knock, the door will open. And so those are just some of the amazing things that I'm learning and taking away from today. So I want to thank you so much for being here and for taking of your time to share all of your amazing wisdom with us, because you're brilliant and you're beautiful. And I'm so grateful that we had you here today. So thank you, Giselle, for sharing yourself with us. You're amazing.
Thank you for having me, Pamela. You are an amazing human being. I always tell you, you are so beautiful and brilliant, and your energy is just awesome. And I'm so honored and blessed to have you in my life, because I know that, we are here for a purpose. And if we are here talking today, we are going to do big things together.
Yes, we are. We are. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And I want to thank all of you that tuned in today, viewers, listeners. Thank you, because we do this for you. Purpose by Design wouldn't be anything if we didn't have you here. So I want to thank you so much for showing up. And as always, you're here on purpose with a purpose by design. Remember, you are the salt and the light everywhere that you go. Please do Giselle and I a huge favor and share, subscribe, comment, like, help us introduce, all of us introduce Purpose by Design. It is a new world, and right now this world needs all the newness it can get. So Purpose by Design is a new world concept, and help us get that message out there and share all the amazing things and encouragement and empowerment that comes forth from this channel. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for tuning in today, everybody. And again, Giselle, thank you for being here. God bless you, everyone. We'll see you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.